In wartime Ukraine, in the fourth year of the Russian invasion, life is shaped by both external attacks and internal rules. The country remains under martial law and general mobilization, while border regions live under constant risk of shelling and drone strikes. In cities away from the front line, air raid sirens and missile alerts form the background to civilian routines. Recent legal changes have lowered the mobilization age and expanded registration duties for men in Ukraine and abroad. On paper, Ukrainians retain constitutional guarantees of freedom of movement, personal integrity, and protection from arbitrary detention. At the same time, the state has formally limited some human rights obligations under international law for the duration of martial law, using emergency clauses that allow temporary derogations. Official documents state that these restrictions should stay proportionate to the security threat and compatible with Ukraine's commitments to human rights treaties. In practice, videos recorded by bystanders suggest a different reality for men of conscription age. Footage from streets and public transport shows groups of officers stopping civilians, checking identity documents, and issuing mobilization notices on the spot. In some cases, men are escorted straight to military recruitment offices, known as Territorial Recruitment Centers, for medical checks and registration. Human rights groups and local media report complaints of excessive use of force, incommunicado detention, and denial of access to legal assistance during such operations, as well as pressure on conscientious objectors who refuse military service. For residents, this creates a sense of double pressure. On the one hand, there is the threat from missiles and artillery and the possibility of new offensives. On the other, there is the risk of being stopped by domestic security forces while walking to work, traveling by bus, or crossing a street. Some citizens avoid crowded places, change their usual routes, or limit time outdoors. Online, channels sharing information about patrols and mobile recruitment teams have appeared, and their administrators have themselves faced criminal cases for allegedly obstructing mobilization. State officials maintain that strict enforcement of mobilization rules is necessary for national defense, and that reported abuses by recruiters or police are isolated incidents subject to investigation. At the same time, reports by international monitors and non-governmental organizations describe a pattern of allegations that includes arbitrary detention, document checks, forced delivery to medical commissions, and traffic violations during detentions. Documentary footage from witnesses, collected on phones and posted on social platforms, repeatedly shows confrontations between Territorial Recruitment Center staff, police units, and civilians. Arguments escalate into the use of physical force, men are pushed into vehicles, and bystanders silently record. These scenes have become part of the visual landscape of Ukrainian cities in wartime.
Наша заліщівська міліція. Гребуть людину.
Це піздець, блядь. Ой.
Ганьба, що ви робите?
Що ви робите,
сука?
Для чого ви це робите? Відпустіть його! Знімай! Я не буду чекати, як там стріляти!
Захищав людину і сам попав. Виродки.